Coach, could you talk about the way your team played once they got that lead? I mean, it looked like a ton of confidence, and Vinny even said that there was a poise. Maybe he didn't want to compare it to last year, but said that there was a poise this year that they just weren't going to let that get away.
I like the final, to me what kind of summed it up for me was our final 30, 40 seconds. It was in our zone, and there were some moments, I think, where you're on the edge of your seat. But it was the desperation in our game. You know, guys diving and trying to get in the shooting lanes, and that's what it takes. You know, answering your question, I agree. You know, you know, they started to press, so you're gonna spend a little bit more time in your zone. But I think we still went back with an idea of making plays, not just throwing it up the wall, taking your problem and making it someone else's problem. We were trying to find solutions to get out of our zone, and you know, we were chipping it out a lot of times, but we were still executing and getting that job done. So I would agree with Vinny.
Talk about Bobrovsky's play tonight. You know, I'd say whether it's he or Mason and Golden, let's see a goalie get rewarded with the win with the effort in front of him.
I thought Sergei was very good, and he had some big saves for us in the third period. You know, when a goaltender makes those big saves like that too, you talk about the poise that Vinny was talking about. That gives you some confidence playing in front of him too. You know, you don't just go back and think, oh, I just got to get this puck out. You know that he's back there, and again, it gives everyone confidence maybe to hold on the puck for an extra half second, or you know, get your eyes up and make a play. You know, as far as the penalty kill, he's got to be your best killer. And again, he was that tonight. You know, he didn't see the goal that they got, but he's been impressive in his games that he's played. I think if we go to the Phoenix game, I think he might have been, or I'm sorry, the Colorado game might have been off a little bit on a couple goals, but he rebounded nicely.
Todd, what was going through your head during the struggles on the power play in the first two periods? I mean, you mentioned this morning.
Honestly, I probably can't say it to you. Now I've been here a little, well, a year. I've only played, or I've been here about 88, 90 games, and that was over that span. That tonight might have been the worst power play that I've seen out of all those games. Execution wasn't good. They actually, I think, had more chances shorthanded than we did on our power play. Up until the second period, we had our 5-on-3. It was okay, but once that other guy came out, I thought our power play was very good. And that really, the first period, we could create no momentum out of our power play. It was killing us because it sucked the life right out of us. We got they took a penalty, and you're excited about the power play, and about 30 seconds in, you wanted the power play to be over with. It was just, I think it was frustrating for everyone. It was frustrating for the fans. It was frustrating for the players, frustrating for the coaches. So it became more of a detractor than anything else. But I think in the second period, it created that buzz. We had about 3 or 4 really good chances on that power play, and it got the fans back into it. And it created some momentum, and then our game got a lot better after that.
It was Colton's first game. What were your impressions of how he played?
I thought Colton was good. He used his size, used his speed, was physical, managed the puck well. He gave us some good shifts. And, you know, getting back to kind of momentum swings, I thought that fourth line with a couple of their forechecks and banging the boards, again, that can bring the crowd alive and create some energy. And I thought they did a good job in that area.
Todd, and go back to the power play where, you know, I think only 3 power play goals so far this year. I mean, is it a case of where when a team is struggling to get the puck in the net on the power play with the man advantage, is it a case of where maybe the guys are trying too hard to find the perfect shot as opposed to just being aggressive and just go all out towards the net?
I don't think it's trying to find the perfect shot. We looked at some stats today, and shots attempted on the power play, I think we're 3rd in the league. So shooting is not the problem. I think it's our lack of motion and movement and moving the puck quick. Again, in the second period after our 5-on-3, when we had the 5-on-4, there was a clear difference in how we were moving the puck and how we were attacking. There was a flow to the power play. And I think our struggles in the power play have been that we're slow at moving the puck. We pass it, catch it, stick handle it once, pass it. And we're allowing the opposition to get in position, so we aren't seeing plays out of it. But I thought, again, that after that 5-on-3, there was a flow to it. We were snapping the puck, and it created some chances for us and got some momentum to our side.
Todd, do you expect the league to take a look at the hit at the end on Tooten?
To be completely honest, I didn't even see the hit because it happened down in the corner. So I can't comment on that. I'm assuming the league will look at all kind of controversial calls, but I didn't see the hit.
Okay, Coach, you said today that after tonight's game you'd have an idea of what direction your team was moving in. So what direction is that?
I liked the desperation again that we showed at the end of the game. I think once we got the momentum on our side, I think we got into the game and we started to grind it and play in their zone. Their top line poses a lot of problems, and just because they're so big and they move well. But I thought we handled that okay. Our defensive zone was okay, but what you're talking about is what direction coming off of the Chicago game with a pretty solid 60-minute performance. After the first period, I was wondering if we were going to go back into the lull and go back the other way. We did take a half a step back, I thought, but at the end of the game, second period and third period, I thought, again, we had it moving in the right direction, doing the right things. And you could feel it on the bench, too. You could feel it with the players talking, about their shifts and trying to encourage each other. Thanks.